Well, it is officially 3 o'clock Eastern time. This is my channel. My name is Jared Bear Fuller. Um, Today's date is Sunday, October 24th, 2021. Thanks so much for stopping by. Joining me off camera this week is my dad. Amy's in the bedroom. And when I say this is my channel, yeah, this is my channel. You have found Jared Fuller, aka the Jared Bear. So I hope you've all been doing well. We are winding down the month of October, and it has been a busy week. Last night, though, was a lot of fun. So we'll talk about last night. So, last night, you saw the video if you've been watching my channel. We went to an event in Corona last night called SCW Superstar Championship Wrestling. It was a lot of fun. And I don't know, Dad, what'd you think of it?
I thought it was cool.
Yeah.
Put on a good show for all the kids.
Yeah, it was great. I recorded some like highlights of each show or whatever, or each match, I should say, because it was all one show. So we went there last night, and it was a lot of fun. And one of the wrestlers, he goes by the name of Sabbath. He actually comes out here to the house on occasion, and he'll come out here and visit with us, and I'll have some Hawaiian punch for him because he likes Hawaiian punch. And he'll just sit and, chit chat for a while, and we'll talk about wrestling, and we talk about like wrestling from the old days, and we talk about Hulk Hogan. We talk about all the people that he's worked with. He trained under Dan the Beast Severn, which, by the way, my dad actually wrestled Dan the Beast Severn in high school back in the 70s, 76, 75, 76, something like that. And then, Dan went on to become a professional wrestler, and then he's in the UFC, right? Yeah. He's got his own training gym down in Coldwater, Michigan, which is way down here, almost to Indiana. But yeah, Sabbath, he comes out here on occasion, probably once, maybe twice a month, depending. And, he's a really good guy. He's a really nice guy. Of course, if you're a fan of SCW, which is a local franchise, by the way, Sabbath doesn't tell us any inside information on what's going to happen. We're just as clueless as you are on what's going to happen. He says, well, if I give away the secret, then you're not going to want to show up, which he does have a point. He makes a good point, but even if I knew, I'm not going to say anything. But they do put on a good show, and what it is, and I understand his position too, because what happens is if he tells us the outcomes of each of the matches, it draws away, it takes the suspense out of, what we're going to expect to see. So, and he wants it to be a surprise for us just as much as the next person. So I can appreciate that. But Sabbath, you keep us on the edge of our seats here at home in suspense, dude. So, yeah. What are we congratulating him for?
On your win. Keeping that belt.
Oh yeah, on his win, yeah. And there was a match, the main event. It was a wrestler named Jamie Eternal versus JC Harvey, which I don't even think JC is an actual professional wrestler. He was just, I don't know, part of the show, I guess. He kind of reminded me of Jim Cornette. For those of you who remember Jim Cornette from WWF back in the day, Jim Cornette was the kind of person you love to hate, but he put on a good show. Well, JC Harvey was the Jim Cornette of SCW. He lost the match last night, the main event, and he is done with SCW. It was a career versus career match, and Jamie Eternal won. So he's going to be staying in SCW, but JC Harvey decided to call it quits. Hey, that was, it was a fantastic run with SCW. I want to go home to my wife and my cat and enjoy the downtime. And he made a good villain. I mean, at the end of all that, I shook his hand and I said, "You put on a hell of a good show, buddy. Thank you for the entertainment." And he shook my hand and he kind of smiled, and I told him, I didn't call him Mr. Cornette. I said, but you are to SCW what Jim Cornette was to the WWF. I said, you perfected that. You nailed it. And he smiled, shook my hand. He says, "Thank you so much, man." I said, "You take care, brother, and we'll be seeing you." And it got brutal. That match got brutal. As a matter of fact, they had thumbtacks in the match. And here I have an actual thumbtack from that match. Those are real thumbtacks. I thought they were just like those the sequins that you can super glue onto fabric and stuff, because that's what it looked like from a distance. And it's like, oh, those aren't real thumbtacks. Oh, they're real thumbtacks. And I just demonstrated to you that they are real thumbtacks. But they put on a hell of a show, and the kids loved it. They had as you saw in the video, they had a competition with the Halloween masks, and they were going by, the best costume would win win a prize or whatever. But Sabbath, being the guy he is, and he's just a hell of a nice guy, he decided that all the children won, all the kids were winners, and so everyone got a signed poster from Sabbath. And he's a really good buddy of mine, and I love having him over when he comes over to visit with us, man. I love having him here, and he's just a really cool guy. And we hope his mom is doing well. What is he barking at out there? Hey, Barkley. Because that barking of his every second is going to drive me crazy. But anyway, Sabbath is a really nice guy, and I'm honored to call him a friend. I'm glad that he comes out here and we get the actual one-on-one time with him, and we talk about, like I said, we talk about wrestling days of old, and he'll let us know about the upcoming matches or events with SCW, and they're not frequent, like it's no, it's not every week. No, because this is October, and last night he said that the next one would probably be in January. So it's not every month. About maybe 4 or 5 months apart, maybe, I don't know, 3 at a bare minimum. But yeah, he's really looking forward to us coming back. Amy's been buying my ticket, and so and while I do appreciate the gesture, I'm going to start buying my own tickets, so that way she's not burdened with buying my ticket. But well, thank you, behind closed doors, Amy. But in fairness, though, when I think about it, whenever there's a Shrine Circus event in Saginaw, I always get our tickets, but I don't feel burdened by that. I like having fun, and it's all for charity, which is why I go to the Shrine Circus. And where? At the wrestling thing, yeah, but as like the Shrine Circus, please don't get all self-righteous with me about PETA and all that shit. I don't care. I don't condone mistreatment of animals, but the circus isn't primarily animals, so let's not go there. But at the wrestling event, now the wrestling event is pretty good. They used to go out to the skating rink out in Owasso and in Westtown. And the thing is, like, I had my doubts about SCW in the beginning. It's like, well, I don't know. It's like pole barn style wrestling. And I told Amy, I said, I'm more into the WWE and all that stuff, but I gave it a chance. It's like, well, I shouldn't knock it till I try it. So I went out to an SCW event in Corunna, same place. And after sitting there, just kind of observing and kind of laughing at some of the remarks, and, they act all tough and they talk a lot of shit to one another, I'm thinking, this is pretty fucking funny. This is cool, So after that, I just kept going back. So that's something I like to do other than going to Billy's on Mondays. And, of course, the Shrine Circus when they come to Saginaw. Speaking of wrestling, WWE wrestling is coming back to Saginaw at the Dow Event Center, which I think is in December. I think that's when they're going to be there. The tickets are only like $20. They're starting out at $20 a piece. it's a house show. It's not going to be on television. Like if it were, in Grand Rapids or Detroit, where it'd be on national television. They come to Saginaw. Saginaw is not big enough for a live show, I guess, according to WWE, but it's big enough for wrestling in general. So they're having a house show at the Dow Event Center in December. I'd have to look that up, and I'd have to be a little more specific on that information. Becky Lynch is going to be there. So for all my WWE fans out there, hang tight. I'm going to look up the information on the Dow Event Center website, doweventcenter.com. Okay. And then let's see, go to their community calendar, events. So we've got a lot of Saginaw Spirit hockey games coming up. Okay, WWE Super Show holiday, December 11th, 2021 at 7:30, which is on a Saturday. I'm going to click on that, got some more information for you. Let's see. WWE is coming home to Saginaw with the WWE Super Show. See all your favorite WWE superstars from Monday Night Raw and Friday Night SmackDown live. Drew McIntyre and the New Day versus Universal Champion Roman Reigns and SmackDown Tag Team Champions, the Usos. They're going to be in Saginaw. WWE Champion Big E versus Bobby Lashley. Bianca Belair versus SmackDown Women's Champion Becky Lynch. Plus, Raw Tag Team Champions RK Bro and Raw Women's Champion Charlotte Flair. Venue pre-sale Wednesday, October 6th. Well, the venue pre-sale was, 3 weeks ago? 10 a.m. to Thursday, October 7th, 10. Okay, that's done and over with. Let's see. So they start at $24. 24, 39, 49, 59, 79, and 109. So I'm guessing $109 is right in the front. Improvements coming to the Dow Event Center parking ramp. Okay. While this is in progress, parking will be available at the following locations. I might as well read this. Dow Event Center, front lot, 303 Johnson Street. 400 lot across from the Dow Event Center, 400 Johnson. Delta College lot, corner of Jefferson and Johnson, 1/10 miles and 3-minute walk. Commerce Tower at 515 North Washington, which would be M13, 3/10 miles, 6-minute walk. And Michigan Works at 312 East Genesee, 3/10 miles, 6-minute walk. Credit cards are now accepted. So the Dow Event Center, for those of you wondering, is located at 303 Johnson Street, Saginaw, Michigan, 48607. It is the WWE Super Show Holiday Tour coming to Saginaw Saturday, December 11th at 7:30. Well, here it says tickets start at $20. So that's kind of confusing, but okay. I mean, you're looking at it, Dad, right?
Yep.
Tickets start at $20. I mean, my eyes aren't deceiving me. I'm wearing my 4 eyes. So yeah, hopefully by me getting the word out, you'll want to check out the Super Show, the Holiday Super Show in Saginaw. So how was your week, Dad?
That was all right.
My week was okay until this morning. I was sitting at my computer and I turned just right and I got a catch in my back. I slept wrong and my back's still a little sore, which is why I'm kind of sitting hunched up and kind of leaning forward because my back is really fucked up. It hurts still. But anyway, other than that, my week was pretty good. Did you, you didn't go hunting, did you?
No, I'm
So Dad has this delicacy that I've been wanting for the longest time. He made it once and it was a hit with me. So what it is you take a tortilla shell and you put a hot dog in the middle You spring some shredded cheese over it. I think we use sharp cheddar, don't we? Or Colby Jack, or I guess it really doesn't matter. And then he takes chili dog sauce and he'll warm it up in a separate pan. Then when it gets warmed up to a certain degree, he'll kind of put it over the hot dog. Then he'll put it in the oven. Oh yeah, so good. He's barking again. Okay, but kind of a distraction. But it's so good. It's so good. And I cannot wait for him to make it again. But see, it's a distraction. I'm losing my train of thought. But it's really good. You guys should try it sometime. And Dad said he was going to make it later. Barkley! Didn't mean to shout and scream into the mic, guys, but that barking, just the constant barking drives me crazy. If he doesn't straighten up, he's going to have to come back in. But yeah, my week was pretty good. Oh, and how can I forget when I went to, he's got to come in the house. That's driving me fucking nuts. What was I? See, that's what I mean. Okay. I remember now. So, before I went to the SCW show last night, I went and picked up my buddy Reese. Many of you probably remember Reese and my videos here on my YouTube channel and in the content that I uploaded some time ago. I went to pick him up. I took him to McDonald's so he could have an Oreo McFlurry and French fries at McDonald's. And then after that, he rode with me to the show. Hey, that's enough. Stop it. Scruffy. And after the show, stop. Get over here. Scruffy, come here. After the show, sorry about that, guys. After the show, I brought him back home, and a couple of his buddies were outside playing laser tag. They wanted me to join them playing laser tag. One kid was named, I don't know, Frankie or something like that. I don't know the other kid's name, but we were all playing laser tag, and it's like, I don't know what I'm doing. I've never played laser tag before. But it was kind of interesting. And because I was waiting for Reese's mom to get home, and it was nice. Damn dog, shut up. But anyway, it was nice. And yeah, we played laser tag. I'd never played laser tag before, so I don't know. I didn't know what I was doing. I mean, the kids, they know more about that stuff than I do. And so, but it was fun. I mean, I pretended as though I got shot, and I kind of crouched down to the ground like that, you know. And I said, give me a Snickers before I die. I need a candy bar. And then I pretended to be dead. They laughed. I made a couple of new friends. Hey, can't beat it. But it was interesting. And then Reese's mom come home and talked with her for a little while, visited with her. And then I just came home and crashed because I was really tired. Takes a lot out of you playing laser tag. If you've never played laser tag, I played laser tag. It takes a lot out of you. But it was fun. I enjoyed it. And I made a couple of new friends along the way. So can't argue with that. You know, and that's the thing. I got friends from, you know, youngest to oldest and everybody in between. I have friends of all ages. But yeah. I had a fun time last night. And this week, I don't know what my plans are for this week. I honestly do not know what my plans are. You know, I never make plans. Like I don't arrange a time unless I absolutely know for sure. Like if I'm going to meet up with friends or if I want to, you know, if I have a doctor appointment, which I rarely ever have doctor appointments, but you know, especially like if I plan to meet up with a friend, we set aside a time and we might have lunch or, you know, hang out, chill out, whatever the case may be. And then I'll drive to their house, or we'll meet somewhere and we'll just hang out and shoot the shit for a while. But other than that, I really don't have plans. I don't have plans. Every day is wide open. So, um, you know, for the most part, I mean, I love hanging with my friends. I love spending time with people who love spending time with me, and it's very rewarding. And someone I was talking about this last week about Mercury retrograde or whatever. I personally I think it's bullshit unless there's some kind of evidence to show that it's not. Um, I don't buy into that. Mercury retrograde is, supposed to make us feel a certain way, unless, of course, there's evidence that is propelling enough to convince me that that is the case. I think it's another superstitious way of looking at things. I personally think it's because of the weather change. We are in the middle of a pandemic, which the summer was pretty much gobbled up by the stupid fucking pandemic, where limits were put in place. We had restrictions. We couldn't do certain things. We couldn't go certain places. We couldn't do this, do that. We couldn't enjoy that. We couldn't do anything. And now it's starting to get cold. Now the weather is changing, which means that there's not much you can do outside unless you're an outdoor enthusiast in the wintertime or when it's cold outside. Um, there's really not much you can do. You're more prone to being sick when it's cold outside. Um, so what do? You stay in the house. You get cabin fever, and I think that's what happened as a result of the COVID. Everybody got cabin fever, and really, what can you do? What can you do? And now that it's, the perfect timing to go out and enjoy life, which would have been spring and summertime, that was gobbled up by the COVID. And now, we're starting to experience colder weather, and we still have to stay in the house. So I think that's kind of got a lot of people in a bitchy, moody kind of a situation, which is understood. Um, but the Mercury retrograde may be the case, and I could be wrong. I'm probably wrong, but until I actually see some kind of scientific evidence, or if I hear from a large, a vast majority of scientists who would agree with this, I'd have to find an official report somewhere in the internet. Until such time as I see that, I think the whole Mercury retrograde having an effect on our moods, I think it's hogwash. I think it's bullshit. But I could be wrong, and I'm open to being wrong about that. So a friend of mine actually had a discussion with me about that. She believes in it, and I kind of think it's, like I said, I think it's superstitious nonsense, but she may be right. She may be correct. I wonder what that is. That's not my friend, is it? I don't think it is. Oh no, that's just that's just a reminder that I'm live, which, hey, YouTube, you're almost like a half hour late on that, but thanks for letting me know that I'm live. But my friend and I, we kind of had a back and forth, and it wasn't a weird, like I hate you kind of discussion. We just had a disagreement, not anything nasty or negative. I think it's superstition. She believes in it. She could be right. One of us is definitely going to be wrong. And it'll probably be me because, I just don't believe in that stuff. But anyway, it's all good. It's all good. So back to what I was saying about plans. I just don't have plans. I don't make plans unless I absolutely know that I have to be somewhere, doctor appointments, or if I get a ticket to go somewhere like last night's SCW or the Shine Circus or Monster Trucks, whatever it is we're doing, or if we have a reunion, or if there's just somewhere we have to be at a specific time, we usually make it a point to be there on time. Other than that, man, I play everything by ear. I might want to go here today. I might want to go there today. I don't know. It's just whatever comes to mind, whatever, gets the wheels spinning in my mind. I'm like, do I want to go here today or do I want to go there? I don't know. It's really all up to me. I have full control. I wanted to talk about maybe controversial to a lot of people, but this has got to be said. There's people on social media who um, they like to brag. They love to brag about their partners. And okay, I can understand like you love your partner. Okay, whoop de fucking do. You love your partner. But it's this idea of, oh, I'm so blessed. I'm so blessed to have this, and I'm so blessed to have that. I have a beautiful partner, perfect partner, beautiful family. I have kids. I have this. I have that. Just shut the fuck up already, please. Um, the self-righteousness with that is just, it's appalling beyond measure, because what that mean what I when someone tells me that they're blessed to have this and that and whatever, when I hear that, the self-righteousness, when I hear that, it's almost like they're saying, you only wish you could have this life because I'm so better than you. Shut the fuck up. That's my message to those people. Constantly bragging about, oh, well, I got such a perfect man. I wouldn't know what to do without this man and this, that, and the other. Oh, please, please. You were doing fine before you met this guy. So shut up. It, I don't know. I mean, it kind of gets annoying. It kind of gets annoying, but I really and truly, I don't I just let it slide. I just don't say anything. It's like, okay, whatever. Your relationship isn't a class project. Nobody else should give a fuck but you. Um, and you can love your partner, sure. I'm not saying you shouldn't, and I don't have anything against that. I'm not anti-love or anti-relationship, but you don't have to sing about their praises all the fucking time. Oh, I wouldn't know what I would do without this. Yeah, you would. Yeah, you would. Sure, you would. You were just fine prior to meeting them. So what the fuck are you talking about? You wouldn't know what to do without them. To me, that's a bit of self-righteousness that just doesn't play over with me. And I told Dad, I said, if I ever find a partner, which the stars would have to align properly, but we'll say for argument's sake, if I ever found a partner who would actually, have an interest in me per se, don't fucking brag about me on social media, please. Don't brag about me. I'm not that great. I'm not perfect. I'm not everyone's ideal man. I don't share the same basic core principles like everybody else. Um, just please don't brag about me. If you're going to say anything about me on social media, like this is for my partner, if I ever find a partner, instead of bragging about me, just say, you know what? He's not perfect. There's a lot of things that, he could change if he wanted to. There's a lot of things that I would like to see him change, or whatever the case may be, because I would probably have those mutual feelings about my partner. But it's the idea that, okay, I love him for him. I love him for who he is. That doesn't happen for me. So I don't bother with relationships. I'm not anti-relationship, but if I were to be in a relationship, don't fucking brag about me on social media. Please don't brag about me. It's just, it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. It's like when you go on social media, you see lots of women, and you can personally probably relate to this. You see all kinds of posts about how great their men are, as if they, and it's like, well, first of all, You don't own your man. You're just in a relationship with that man. You don't own a man, period. Secondly, y'all say the same shit. You all parrot the same shit that your man is somehow better than the next man, and this guy is somehow better than the next guy. You know what? We're all better than the next person at something. Like there are certain things that other people can do that I can't, and vice versa. I can do things that they can't. But it's basically the same, the same line of, well, my man is so amazing because of X, Y, and Z. Then you read another post from another woman saying basically the same fucking thing. Oh, my man is so great because of X, Y, and Z. Y'all need to shut the fuck up. Seriously, stop. And just be advised, I don't want you bragging about me on social media ever.
We all do what we have to.
I'm not perfect.
But don't brag about what you've done and what, I've got her this, I bought this for her, I bought that for her. Who gives a shit?
Well, it's that, but it's mainly women who brag about, oh, I wouldn't know what I would do. He's such an amazing man because of X, Y, and Z. Y'all say the same fucking shit. What makes that guy any better than that guy? You're all playing the same game. I mean, you're all playing the same game. What is it based on? Materialism? Because you live in a 2-story brick house, you got in-ground pools, you drive a fucking SUV. What is it? What makes this guy any better than the next guy? We're all just trying to survive. And dare I say, not all of us are subservient in that way. So we can brag about it to our friends and brag about it to people like myself who just don't give a fuck. I don't care what you have. I don't care that you have that you married into money. I don't care. I could care less about money. Obviously. It's just the bragging and the self. People are so self-absorbed. Well, man of mine, I don't know what I'd do without him. Yes, you would, because you were doing fine before you fucking met him. So, and like dad just made a good point. So when the well runs dry and you decide to ditch the guy that you're bragging about so much, are you going to pull the same shit with the next guy? And it's embarrassing and it's trifling. And I just, to any woman listening to this, please don't brag about me on social media. If we ever hook up, if I ever get into a relationship, which I don't see it happening, but we'll say for argument's sake, if I ever get in a relationship, please don't fucking brag about me on social media. Don't brag about me to your friends. Don't brag about me to anybody. I don't need the adulation and the praise from the world or total fucking strangers. This is our relationship, not theirs. This is ours. So, I even asked Mom about this, Dad. He's not listening. I asked my mom about this. Why do women brag so much about their men? And again, their men, it seems out there to me because there's no ownership. Like, I'm not going to be a slave to a woman. But like what is it about women that they brag about men? I don't get it, because y'all think the same thing about the men that you're with. There's not one man that's better than the next. Like, y'all are doing the same shit. We're all trying to survive. Brag about me. And Mom brought it up. She says, well, you bragged about Ruth. So I didn't brag about Ruth. Ruth was still alive and we were in a relationship. I wanted people to know, okay, so not as a way of bragging, but just to say, Ruth and I have a lot in common. And, she's also a WILM survivor, and this is what she does. But that's not me bragging. That was me introducing my better half. Well, I guess we'd say my better half. I was introducing my girlfriend to my friends, and now she's gone forever. So, um, but I would never say that greatest this, Ruth is the greatest that, and I wouldn't have expected that from her. I would have never expected Ruth to say, Jared is the best at this, the best at that, amazing this, amazing that. I wouldn't have expected that from her. And I don't expect that from anybody. I'm just trying to do the best I can with what I have every day. I don't do it for praise. I don't do it for adulation. I do what I do because at the end of the day, I have to live with myself. I got to come back to myself. And I try to be respectful and nice to everybody. And I just want that in return sometimes, you know? I don't think it's too much to ask, although for most people it might be. Um, but yeah, I just don't like people bragging. I don't like braggarts. I don't like people who are so self-indulgent and so self-involved that they think they're God's gift to whatever. You know, I mean, look in the child of cancer world. You're bound to find narcissism in every. And I had spoken up about that for the longest time, and I still have very strong opinions about that. That the world doesn't revolve around you. I think everybody needs to. The world doesn't revolve around me. All the subscribers that I have currently on this channel didn't force anybody to be here. Most of the people who are subscribed are probably just surveillance. They wait for me to say something, or they find content that they disagree with so they can twist it to fit their narrative, and that way they can convince people of their own narrative. I think that's what I'm dealing with. That's what I'm working with most of the time. It's just people who like to kind of, keep an eye on, oh, Jared Bear, what's he gonna say this time? What's Jared Bear up to this time? You see it, a whole lot of nada. And not everything I do in my life is publicly documented. There's certain things I do that it's just nobody's business. Like if I am spending time with my friends, not everything I do needs to be documented. Not anywhere. But sometimes I like to talk about the week in review, and I like to share certain things. But not everything. Not everything needs to be out there. So, but that's just me. But I don't, but I'm not seeing any of those friends bragging about me elsewhere because I don't expect it. I don't want them to. And I think a lot of that has to do with, people are just, they're vain. People are vain anymore. They got to look good while doing good. And they forget that the doing good is far better than the looking good. I'm not the most attractive guy in the world, but I'll tell you what, I've done a lot of wonderful things for lots of wonderful people. I don't regret doing the things I've done, the positive things. And yeah, I've spouted off about a lot of people. I mean, that's, undeniable. That's an irrefutable fact. But at the end of the day, I deal with myself. I come back to myself and I say, you know what? I said this. I probably shouldn't have. I'll probably regret it later, but I'm human. And if you fuck with me, you're going to find out. And that's why I do the daily rants, because daily rants are kind of my way of getting back, so to speak, maybe getting a little bit of revenge, or at least trying to get these people that I'm calling out to try to get them to understand that they are in error of judgment, that they didn't make the best decisions, that they're going by an unreliable source, which happens often nowadays. There's a lot of misinformation that gets spread around. There's a lot of people who just see something or hear something or even read something and boom, it's true because it's on the internet. Well, that's not how it works. And I'm not one of those people. I don't necessarily believe everything I'm told. I got to have some kind of proof. If someone tells me they got a dog or a cat, I'm liable to take their word for it because I have dogs and cats. As you heard, I have 2 dogs. And there's a couple cats that you never see. At least I don't think I've ever gotten them. I might have gotten Patches on one of my Sunday video updates. He's sitting on the back of the couch. So I'm liable to think that you have a dog or a cat because I'm a steward of dogs and cats. But if you have some kind of outlandish, outrageous claim accusing someone of doing something or just anything that is anything that would require more than just, okay, I believe it, I'm apt to believe you because that happens in the real world. Well, most assuredly it does happen in the real world, but when you go on a case by case basis, if you're accusing someone, well, you got to have proof, got to have evidence. And I'm never going to shut up about evidence because evidence tells the tale, evidence tells the story. And that's basically for any aspect in life, whether it be health, religion, government, whatever. It's all it's relevant. And when we have evidence for something, we can base our decisions on the evidence that's been presented, not just, well, I feel that this is a case, therefore, or I never liked Jared anyway, so I'm apt to believe that. Well, you don't have to like me, which I probably don't like you either. But I'll be damned if I'm going to believe something based on personal feeling that I already have of you. I would still need to see some kind of evidence. I would still give you the benefit of the doubt, although I probably fucking despise you and can't stand you. I would need to see some kind of proof. Now, that recording that I got in the Daily Rant coming from Russ Boggs, I don't know if that come from Russ. I really don't know. I can't tell you. I can't say yes or no. But I will say this much. I found out that the Justina Banks account on Facebook, I found out that after I posted that I brought that recording into fruition for public view, I found out that Justina Banks had actually spoken up. Now, Russ, if you're not Justina Banks, then how would Justina Banks know if that was Russ Boggs' recording or if it wasn't? Because it only seems to me that Russ Boggs would know what Justina Banks does and vice versa because Russ Boggs is Justina Banks. How would Justina Banks know what Russ Boggs does? See? But Justina Banks, whoever you are, just know that you're friends on Facebook with someone that I am friends with in real life. Probably quite a few more people than you think. So my advice to you, and I'm not going to tell you who it is, because I'm going to protect my friends. So with that being said, I'd just be very careful how you wish to proceed next time. Because you're friends with lots of people who know me for me and they know better. And the shit always gets back to me. And yeah, I find things out surreptitiously because I'm your enemy, I guess. And I don't even fucking know you, although I think you're somebody that I've had problems with before, obviously. But tread very lightly because you're friends with people that I'm friends with and they always tell me everything. So just watch your back. And that's all I'm going to say about that. So Amy joining us off camera. She come out of her cocoon. Hello, Amy, off camera. How are you?
Okay.
Last night was fun.
Yeah, it was.
I enjoyed it.
Mind off a lot of things.
Yeah. Yeah, it was great.
Today, my mind is just all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only thing I hate is sometimes you can pull out of it, but sometimes you can't.
Yeah. Last night was relaxing. I enjoyed myself. It was, like you said, just to take your mind off
Also
stuff.
having Ryan there also.
Yeah, our buddy Ryan.
And yeah, he's going to the next one.
Hey, Ryan doesn't watch my YouTube channel because he probably doesn't even know I've got a YouTube channel. But hey, Ryan Sabo, add me as a friend on Facebook, dude. And for those of you who didn't know, I just gave myself away. Yeah, I'm back on Facebook again. So, but that's okay. That's all right. I know how to how to handle people now because now I don't give a fuck and I will tell you if you come to my Facebook giving me shit, you will be dealt with. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, these are the
Tell me how they are when you're done.
these are the things that I was telling you.
Out of the sauce, babe.
My dad makes these awesome they're hot dogs and oh yeah.
More
Oh,
cheese than the sauce.
they smell good.
More cheese than the sauce.
Mmm.
Yeah,
Mm.
less sauce and more cheese.
Mmm. And they taste just as good. I took too big of a bite. They are good. Very good. Did you put them in the oven? You cheated. You fucking cheated. No, they turned out good. They turned out really good. So what it is, again, to reiterate, it's a hot dog wrapped in a tortilla shell, and Dad, you add sprinkled, Jesus Christ, you add shredded cheese and chili dog sauce. Mm. Okay. I'm done. I'm done eating in front of everybody. Sorry, guys. It's really good.
Yeah.
Oh, the jerk.
He just
Excellent.
made him apologize. Eating in front of his
Listen, we had to pick it up.
I'm eating in front of my audience.
yeah.
Oh, but they're good. But anyway,
So excuse me for this many minutes.
so I just gave away my position.
Yeah.
That's okay. I will handle people accordingly. Like I said, if you come looking for me on Facebook trying to give me shit, you're going to be dealt with. So let's not say we did. Because I will take care of you. So, okay. I got enough people who are watching my back, which I appreciate. I always appreciate people who, I appreciate people who appreciate me, and it's a mutual thing. It's a give and a take. So, did you enjoy last night's event, Amy?
Tell you the truth, the picture of Dad with Sabbath, I posted all over Facebook already.
Oh yeah.
And your mom, I texted it to her.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I had fun last night. I
still wish I could have got a picture of you and
yeah.
You and Reese maybe with him together, and then you with by yourself with him.
But I have to concur. I have to concur that going to those events really takes your mind off things.
Yeah.
I agree. But these are really good, Dad. You put them in the oven the last time, I thought.
Nope.
You never put them in the oven. Oh, you motherfucker.
He's telling everybody you're gonna put him in
Yeah. I gave
He
some.
has to correct himself before
So-
he ends.
So you don't put them in the oven. See what Dad does.
The same way
when you make soft shell tacos, you just run the tortilla over the burner or the pilot, whatever, if you're using stuff, you just run the tortilla over the fire, let it get brown, and then you put in the hot dog, shredded cheese, and the I thought you put bell pepper or banana peppers in. I could have swore you did. But you made them like this the last time? See, I got to take one more bite.
And I got my very own special wrap.
Mhm.
I got to order mine. Jared, he already knew
Good,
what
don't eat it,
Jared
Jared.
wanted.
I gotta stop.
Yeah, I know. My dad just lost his dog.
The dog is fat tiger. Purple with a well,
I gotta stop for a minute. It's just so good, but
my dog just jumped out of quilt.
Yep.
okay. I did get fatter in the face. I don't know if you guys noticed or not. Blame it on this. Blame it on the junk food.
Oh, I thought you were blaming it on me because I'm losing and you're gaining.
Nope.
Well, that ain't what you told me the other day.
I did tell her that the other day. I did say that she's losing the weight, I'm gaining it, but it's because I eat good food, junk food.
I don't know how I went from 200.
Well,
43.
I drink a lot of pop too, so I drink a lot of pop too. I don't feel right eating in front of my viewers, but so now that the cat's out of the bag and I announced that I'm back on Facebook, I'm going to have to provide a link to my Facebook page. And like I said, if you come to my Facebook, giving me any shit, you're going to be in for a rude awakening. So let's not say we did. And I've got more than enough people backing me up. So, if you're going to come on here being a goofball and being a douchebag, I will show you to the fucking door and I won't have a problem doing it. But anyway, wow, that hour does go by quickly. We're already going on the 4:00 hour. Things have changed with your mom. Good.
Yeah. No, not good. She's in a
Oh,
wheelchair now.
went from bad to worse.
Yeah.
Not good. Stand corrected.
My brother is trying to work with a nursing home.
Yeah.
Like 20 days in,
Yeah.
so many days out. I don't know. But before you know it, they'll probably have a nurse and all that.
Well, you know how people say that, it'll only get worse before it gets better. I have a different motto. It'll only get worse before it's not as bad, because it's still going to be fucking bad. At least that's the trajectory that I see that we're going in. And it's not just us. I think it's the world. It's, people say, well, it's only going to get worse before it gets better. No, it's going to get worse before it's not as bad, because it's still going to be bad. It's still going to leave a lasting impact or a lasting imprint. So it's not going to get better. It's just not going to be as bad. So that's my philosophy on that. But we are totally winding down on the 4:00 hour. That hour goes by quick, doesn't it? It feels like I just started like 20 minutes ago, and it could be because I've been filling my face while doing the Sunday video update, which I do apologize to all of you. It's just, those are good. Those are good. I don't even know what you call them.
I want to postpone the video.
I didn't want to post. Yeah, I didn't want to hold, because I was kind of a little late getting here. I had to pour my pop into my glass. I had to use the gentleman's room real quick, and I almost didn't make it at the 3 o'clock hour, but sure enough, here I am, and I did make it. And I thank all of you for joining me again this week for another edition of the Sunday video update. If you want to add me, you're more than welcome to. But like I said, you're going to be on your best behavior. You're not going to give me any shit because I find things out. Things get back to me. So I don't have a problem with you adding me, but the thing is you're going to behave yourself. You're not going to go behind my back. You're not going to start problems on my Facebook because I will chew you up and spit you the fuck out. And that's the end of that. So is there anything else you wanted to say before I wrap this up?
Peace out, be safe.
Amy says peace out and be safe. Dad, how about you?
Yeah. Be safe. Take care of one another. Check on your neighbors.
Check on your neighbors.
Make sure everything's okay with them.
We're about 4 minutes away from the end of this, but I wanted to just kind of get that done and out of the way before I say my goodbyes. So now that the cat's out of the bag, I'm going to have to post a link to my Facebook. I just hope the influx of friend requests are from people I actually know versus people who just want to come on and give me a hard time about shit. But so that's where I'm at. I've been on Facebook the whole time, and just telling people that I'm not on Facebook with trolls to leave me the fuck alone, and to just not bug me. And it's been a quiet and peaceful. My interactions have been great without anyone knowing that I'm back on Facebook, and I tried my best for the longest time. I kept it under wraps, but I don't know. I figured today would be a good day to tell on myself. But I used to be in the beginning. I was the guy who, okay, I won't say anything to keep the peace, but I'm a different person today, and I dare you to fuck with me because you will find out. And I got too many people that I speak with on a daily, and they know better. So if you come into my Facebook trying to tell them shit about me that's not true, rest assured I will chew you up. I'll chew you up and spit you out like the fucking wad of gum you are, and I will embarrass you publicly. So again, for the third time, let's not say we did, because I will have fun with you. And Dad knows it. And Amy knows it. I am a different person now. Don't fuck with me. But, now I'm going to have to go through, like I said, I'm going to have to update my my YouTube. I have to put the link to my Facebook. If, in fact, you want to be my friend on Facebook, if I know you, or if you're going to message me first before I even consider adding you, because I'm going to know who you are. I'm going to, get to know you. And if you give me any shit, again, I will find out. And you will be on public blast. You will be the center of a daily rant. Just be advised. I will fucking embarrass you to the world. So, be nice.
Hey, Jared.
Hey, Amy.
Any of your friends out there with a warmer climate than us?
Yeah.
Can you please ask them to send us some of that warm climate? Getting too cold here in Michigan, man. Us Michiganders are freezing.
That's typical Michigan weather.
I know it. Lived in Michigan all my life, and I
Me
still
too.
can't get used to it.
I've lived in Michigan my entire life. I still don't like the heat and humidity, and I still kind of don't like the frigid cold, but at least I can breathe in the frigid cold.
Sorry about that, everybody.
I'm filling my fucking face on camera. Talking with my mouth full. Sorry.
Well, we are at that mark.
It is 4 o'clock.
Yep.
Into my food. Let me chew my food. Hold on. Be patient.
Let me eat it in front of you.
Okay. I will say this in closing. I love you all very much. I thank you for joining me for another edition of the Sunday video update. I'll be back. Next week is Halloween. Next Sunday's Halloween. So, I don't know if I'm going to be here next week. I probably won't. I might take next week off for Halloween. I don't know yet. He didn't mention anything to me about it.
Hot dog rush out there.
Okay.
Want another one?
See, that's why I get fat, because he's shoving the food down my throat.
Excuse me.
But anyway,
Must have been good, huh, Jared?
next week is Halloween. I might take next week off. I haven't decided yet. Well, if you see a link to a live stream for next week, then you'll know that I've decided to go through with it. And I might. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. See, I don't make plans.
Right.
I don't make plans because something always comes up.
Oh, what's that?
Good.
But anyway, for Dad and Amy, I'm Jared Fuller, aka the Jared Bear. And I thank you all for joining me for this week's edition of the Sunday video update. Y'all take care. And remember what I said. You can talk to me on Facebook. You can reach out. But you're going to behave yourself. So, talk to you then. Peace out, guys.